I just fired the pump up. That's an old washing machine tub up there. That's what we put over the end of the pipe in the winter. And you can see the hose that makes the corner from the aluminum pipe. And I don't see any water flow coming from it, so that tells me we've done something right. I go make sure the gun's flying. Who walked in to see me when I brought Crane over? 7:13. She came right in to see me, and he's just a waiting. They're all waiting. She's almost sure, but not quite, you know. And of course he'll come right in because he wants his scratchings. Becky thinks she's gonna get him to eat out of her hand.
You do? Why can't they?
I'm gonna mess with her because I'm gonna steal her bucket here in a second.
All right.
Then I'll get some feeding. Not in yet. 10 o'clock. By the way, 80 degrees at 10 o'clock, but feels better than it did at 9 o'clock or 8:30 because the humidity's gone down a little bit. And I heard a cowbeller in the bottom just now. Interesting, because they were all in the barn by 7. Every last one of them. So obviously they decided they better go out while they still could. I don't know. I just know I don't think a lot's going to get done today. Becky's bright idea was, oh, you can work on the John Deere. Yeah, the sun's beating down on those doors on the shop right now. So that means the first 10 feet of that shop are hotter than hell to be in. And that's not going to get any better. And yeah, crate feeders are still sitting here. Bin's still sitting there open because number one got all this stuff chipped loose, and that was supposed to get ground the other day, but it's been too freaking hot to think about doing that. It'd be different if we were into a full bin and didn't have to do any handwork. A couple smart calves over here still in. But all the cows look like they're all down there by the bridge. They're going to work their way around somewhere, maybe. Oh, and quick story time. I did some video last year talking about it. Our county fair has definitely gone to shit in a short amount of time. They were supposed to have well, actually they are having a 10-day fair this year. No cattle there. And the only cattle that are there on display. There's apparently a few longhorns that get to stay the night and be there all day, and they're letting them actually roam the fairgrounds once in a while during the day. That's interesting. There's some Charlet because the gentleman with the Charlet happens to be on the fair board, and they're out there on display. He's getting paid for that. And the story I heard, I do have a viewer who, yeah, is related to the guy. I didn't hear it from him, no, I heard it elsewhere. The story I heard is that he has to take those animals home every night. Can't leave them out there at the fairgrounds. Well, that's a pain in the ass. He can't let his roam around with the longhorns either. And the original thing for the fair was, out of 10 days, the beef kids would get to come in for 1 day and do all their showing and be gone. And then there'd be nothing there for a while, and then it would be the sheep and goat kids for a day and the pig kids for a day. Well, I don't know if they're still having the sheep and goats and the pigs there or not. Horses are there for all 10 days. So yesterday, well, I think I've probably shown the place in the video. There's a place right straight that way. Kind of northwest of us. Family's got a pretty nice looking, or pretty nice outfit set up there. And the biggest 4-H club with cattle in it. The guy happens to be their leader. He ended up putting on the show for the beef kids there yesterday. And we're doing an online auction again because why? Well, you know, you couldn't have all the species at the fair to begin with at one time. Kind of hard to have an auction that way when you can't have them all there to do it. Don't let your fair get that way. We have fought. Our fair used to be an entity of its own. Had its own fair board who hired the manager. Somewhere along the line, the county decided that the property was theirs, therefore the fair was theirs. And our county commissioners, let's just put it this way, they'd fit in just nicely in New York City. Old Grumpy Farmer, he could tell you about that. So, any employees that were part of the fair that worked there full-time all year long, there are now 3. There used to be like 7 or 8 that were full-time. And they had part-time people come in. Well, all but 3 of them are placed elsewhere in the county. So they can't go work at the fair like they used to. So they can't keep up on things. So they just have private companies come in, tear the old shit down, build new shit that doesn't pertain to anything that the old shit did. All it is a carnival. It's a frickin' joke, kind of like the rest of this state's become. All because of a few people in power who think they have more power than they do, and too many sheep let them have the power. Let them dictate everything. Quite literally, our fair manager, her and our governor are 2 peas in a pod. Anyway, that's enough rant on that. I want to save a little video for later. I'm going to do something eventually. I might just go sit in the house and put my feet up and turn the camera on and you can stare at my ugly feet. I don't know. Moved and flowing. I really ain't going to do much else today. That group of cows made it to those trees in the shade. They're working their way east to go to the next group of trees. When I come out to shut the pump off, this group was literally right here. Time it took me to move the gun and come back, they're all over there in the shade. Some of them are up above up there. So, yeah, what is it, 12:30, and I think it's over 90 degrees now. But I was going to show you something real quick. I think I kind of like it. I like to make sure that reel's moving. And without getting up there and actually seeing the workings move, it's hard to tell. If it's in the right spot and you're not too far away, you can see the reel actually move. But you know, it don't move that fast. So I had this bright idea. I used to have a monocular, a little POS one, but it worked. We used to use it a lot when we had to treat calves for infection and stuff. We'd be treating a whole bunch because you could get it and try to see an ear tag, even though you weren't from here to those fence posts away. And it worked for that. Beyond that, nah. $39 on Amazon, free shipping. It's actually pretty nice. You know, there's no brand on it when you buy it. That's the brand on it when I got it. I stopped here and sat here about 30 seconds and looked through the hot wires up there, lined them up with part of that reel, and it's turning. So, you know, saves me going through 2 gates and all the way up there to get a close visual on it. I know it's moving. So I think that's money well spent. This is actually the first time I've used it for that. It's got really awesome optics to it. I mean, especially for the price. When I first got it, I was checking stuff out way up there on that ridge, and I was surprised what I could see with it. So yeah, just my 2 bits on that. Yep, a do nothing day, but that's still going. Becky said the air conditioning breaker kicked about 5 minutes ago. These cows over here came out of hiding for a little bit. Probably working their way back into the shade, I'm sure. The other ones are still in the shade. Last I saw was about an hour and a half ago, we were 95 degrees. Only saving grace, there is a wind, but it's an east wind, and when the wind comes out of the east, our temperatures go up. The only good thing about it is the humidity usually goes down. It's just not right out here. It's just not right. It really isn't. So, I did what I had to do today. Now I'm going to go in. Even though the AC's off, I might go hibernate in Mom's basement instead. Who knows? So, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Try to stay cool if you're in a hot spot. I know there's all kinds of hot spots, but some of you are cooler. Like Matt the Scrap Whisperer down there in Arizona with, 74 degrees and raining and enjoying it. That'd be nice. Although I'd like to get the combine done before it rains. Still got to get it ready, but it's just too freaking miserable to be playing around. I mean, even inside the shed over there, that combine's still too hot to want to play on. So, oh well, thanks for watching.